today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's the AFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Jameis Winston and the Baltimore Ravens.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And they'll begin by running the option. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
The tackle by Justin Madden. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
He gets away from one. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, that's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On third down, Winston. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led by their veteran quarterback. He's been in the league for a while, since 2005, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence. Play this.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Fitzpatrick 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and...
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football.
Jameis Winston set.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Grant. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now this offense ready to head back out there.
They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down?
And a loose football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here, and thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here.
And they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are, and let's face it, every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the number 1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams. They're going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Moss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's caught. It's Thomas.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. This will be caught just inside the 10. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Chris Conley, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Logan Thomas there to make the grab. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20.
And now back out comes the offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Winston now from the 50. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
First down, Baltimore.
From the gun, Winston. Got the connection here to Bourne. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Open man is Bourne. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens, nothing.
Third and short yardage, Winston. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
7 yards.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. They will find Davis. That's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw.
7-yard line.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
David Njoku
There to make the grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Fitzpatrick again.
And that's complete to Zach Moss out of the backfield.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
They'll run out of the gun with Moss.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Operating from the gun. Fitzpatrick. And Jones has it over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Marvin Jones there to make the grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Out right to Bourne. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Jameis now on 1st down. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Complete to Stephon Diggs. 10 yards.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. 23 yards the pickup there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing. Keep making the connection.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the red zone now, Winston. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Kyle Van Noy. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Jameis to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll try and run with Murray. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
That's good.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. The first of 4 games this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's remind everyone what we have to look forward to in tomorrow's action in the AFC. We've got the 4-5 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals matching up against the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, it's been as tight as we expected our game to be, all even at the half. Who will go on to the divisional round? We'll find out as we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Urban also returns. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard.
The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A pass complete here to Conley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To Chris Conley.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 30.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
Fitzpatrick on first down. Over the middle, it's Thomas.
Fitzpatrick's pass.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at
Fitzpatrick. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
First down.
Now a toss here, Moss running to the left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run here with Moss. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Clark brought him down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Third and goal for Fitzpatrick. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens
Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run. Robinson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
You have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level.
And Winston lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
On the keeper.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Batting that one free defensively was Lonnie Johnson. On 2nd down, Fitzpatrick again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Fitzpatrick got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A.J. Brown there to make the grab. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man is Grant. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the 34-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. They'll try and run with a fullback, Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
And the Raven first down.
Now this throw caught left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, Winston.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Got the connection here to Bourne. A gain of 6 there on first. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
Winston.
At the 32-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll run it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Winston. This is the tight end, Njoku.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Remember,
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again here with Moss. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Winston readies the offense. Down by 7. 1:13 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good
start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.